unveiling the unseen, secrets of the East that were never meant to be found. You are listening to the Eastern Shadow. Disclaimer: this content involves supernatural horror and mature themes. It is not for the faint-hearted. Remember, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Take a deep breath. Here we go.
G'day, mates. Welcome to the Eastern Shadow. I'm your guide to the dark heart of the Orient. Have you ever wondered why you never ever hear a Thai local whistling after the sun goes down? Think about it. You're in the land of smiles, surrounded by friendly faces, but try whistling a happy tune while walking down a dark soi at night and watch what happens. The smiles drop, the mood freezes. An elder might even grab your arm, panic in their eyes, and tell you to shut it. Why? What is it about a simple melody that terrifies them? What if I told you that to them, you aren't just making music, you're ringing a dinner bell? And the thing coming to dinner, it's not human, and it's definitely starving. Tonight, we're finding out why that innocent whistle might just be the last sound you ever make. Imagine this. You've just landed in Thailand. Maybe you're in Bangkok amidst the chaos of the night markets. Or maybe you're up north in Chiang Mai, surrounded by those thick, ancient jungles. The air's heavy, humid, sticks to your skin like a second shirt. You're walking back to your bungalow after a few beers, feeling good. The crickets are chirping, the tuk-tuks have faded away, and it's just you and the moon. Without thinking, you start to whistle, just a little tune, maybe something stuck in your head from the radio. Suddenly, a local, maybe an old auntie sweeping her porch, freezes. She looks at you, eyes wide, genuine terror on her face. She doesn't just shush you, she looks at the darkness behind you as if you've just rung the dinner bell for a starving crocodile. She whispers strictly, "Ya piew paak." Don't whistle.
You reckon she's just being grumpy? Think again, mate. In Thailand, whistling after the sun goes down isn't just rude. It's a death wish. It's an invitation. And trust me, you don't want to meet the guests you're inviting. Now, to understand this, you've got to understand the Thai relationship with the spirit world. It's not like back home where ghosts are just stories for campfire nights. Here, the unseen world is layered right on top of the real one. The veil is thin. And sound? Sound is the way you punch a hole through that veil. The belief is simple but terrifying. Whistling at night acts like a beacon, a homing signal. When you whistle in the dark, you're not just making music. You are mimicking the language of the pee, the ghosts, specifically the restless ones, the hungry ones. See, there's a specific type of spirit known as the Pee Pret, or the hungry ghost. We've talked about them before. Tall as palm trees, hands the size of palm leaves, and mouths as tiny as a needle's eye. They roam the night, starving, suffering, always looking for merit or a victim. Legend says that the Pee Pret makes a high-pitched whistling sound. It's the sound of their suffering, wheezing through those tiny mouths. So when you whistle, you're speaking their language. You're effectively saying, "Hey, I'm over here. Come find me." But it's not just the tall freaks you've got to worry about. It's the wandering spirits, the Pee Sambhavesi. These are spirits that haven't found a place to rest. They're floating around the void, looking for a body to latch onto, looking for energy to drain. Thais believe that whistling signals to these entities that you are open, that you're inviting them in. You're basically leaving your front door wide open in a bad neighborhood with a sign saying, "Free loot." There's an old story from the Isan region. That's the northeast, real rural country, hard earth, dark forests. A young bloke, let's call him Somchai, didn't listen to his grandma. He was a bit cocky, like we all are at that age. Walking home through the rice paddies one night, he started whistling a folk song. The story goes that the crickets stopped. Dead silence, the kind that hurts your ears. Then he heard it, a whistle back. He thought it was his mate playing a prank, so he whistled again, and the response came closer, not walking closer, floating closer. A high, shrill sound that made the hairs on his arms stand up. Somchai ran. He bolted back to his wooden house on stilts, scrambled up the ladder, and hid under his mosquito net. But all night he could hear it circling the house, whistling, scratching at the floorboards from underneath. Next morning, Somchai fell ill, high fever, delirious, speaking in a voice that wasn't his own. The village shaman had to come in to perform a ritual to sever the attachment. The shaman said Somchai had called a spirit home, and it was trying to squeeze into his body. Now skeptics, and I know there's a few of you listening, will tell you there's a practical reason for this. Back in the day, Thailand was full of tigers, snakes, and bandits. If you walked around the jungle whistling, you gave away your position. You were asking to get ambushed or eaten. So the elders made up a scary story to keep the kids quiet and safe. Makes sense, right? A bit of logic. But talk to any Thai local, and they won't talk about tigers. They'll talk about the chill in the air. They'll talk about the shadow that follows you home. They'll tell you about the caller who waits for a signal. So here's the drill. If you're ever in Thailand, roaming the streets of Bangkok or trekking through the hills of Chiang Rai, and you feel the urge to whistle a tune under the moonlight, swallow it. Don't do it. Unless, of course, you're lonely. Unless you want company. Unless you want to see what steps out of the shadows to answer your call. But don't say I didn't warn you. That's it for this trip into the shadows. If you survived this story, do me a favor, smash that like button and subscribe. It helps the channel more than you know, and it keeps the spirits at bay, for now. If you've got a spooky story from your travels in Asia, drop it in the comments. I read them all. Until next time, mates, keep your eyes open, and for heaven's sake, keep your lips sealed.